And welcome back, everybody, to the CCL Summer 8s tourney presented by eFuse. My name is Seymour. Alongside me is Cruz, and we're hopping in with the losers' final matchup. Team Taktic coming off of an 0-3 in the winners' final. Team Crooked from the dream losers run that you could ask for. One team has all the momentum. One team really needs to bounce back after that one. Cruz, it's a crazy one, but let's take a look at our bracket one more time between these two teams to see exactly where we end up.
Let's see how we got here today. I mean, you guys can see it. Look down at match number 7 of that winner's bracket. Team Beeston versus Team Crooked. It was a 3-2 to Team Beeston. I think it was a round 10 loss for the side of Team Crooked. They fall down to the losers bracket in losers round 1, and they go on the run. They take out DTB Josh. They take out Team Catalyst, Team Plasma, Team Beaston, Team Bennett. You play them in the losers bracket, you are getting crossed off a list, and you're getting sent a postcard because Team Crooked is running through you in this losers bracket. But now they face their toughest opponent yet. Team Taktic has made a great run through winners. They came out very flat in that winners bracket final just one match ago against Team Fishity. They looked fantastic. Team Bennett, they're going to be looking for a big rebound match here against the likes of Team Crooked. But I got to be honest with you, Colin. I'm not liking the maps that I'm seeing.
Oh my word. I mean, Cruz, you're spitting bars over the Team Crooked beat. Now let's take a look at that map set, because I totally agree with you. Things are looking a little bit dire for this Team Tactic squad, and what we are ending up on maps 1, 2, and 3 looks a little bit troublesome. And even if you go the distance to Garrison and Moscow, it doesn't get any better after that.
I think the only map I feel a little bit confident for Tactic in is that Moscow S&D. I think that is the only one. That's the one that we've seen Crooked look maybe a little bit rough on, but a triple dose of Raid followed by Garrison just makes me... I feel so uncomfortable right now looking at this for the side of Team Tactic.
Well, you know what? You try something different in the last series, in the winners final. You go Apocalypse standoff for the map 1, then checkmate, and I forget what map 5 was. It doesn't matter anymore, but you try something different. And now you're kind of going back to the roots. You go back to those comfortable maps that we were talking about. All these teams were playing yesterday. And I have to feel maybe Raid's not the worst place to go for if you're Team Tactic. Because yesterday we were seeing a lot of Raids. And that's when Team Tactic were kind of thriving. And now into this day, you try something new. It doesn't work. Time to go back to the roots. Back to Raid for this one. And yeah, I do feel like Team Crooked, they do have a leg up over them in this series. If you can't deal with the aggression from Team Fishity, I think you're going to struggle against this team as well. But heading back to Raid, it kind of, now that I think of it, might be a better angle for the squad.
It's not the worst, but I still just don't really like the fact that they're probably playing two of the better maps that we've seen Team Tactic look on today. And I think the biggest thing that really worries me for this is Crooked. They need to find a way to answer him. They need to shut him down early and often in this game if they want to be able to win.
Well, Nira saw how Fishity was working with that FFAR. He decided, hey, I'm going to give it a shot, and already finds 2 into this. Andrew looks for a little bit more, but he's going to get caught out. Now for the collapse through mid. Quiet has to get this player strike, and he does. So he is going to be able to give his team all the sights towards Laundry, dealing with aggression. Already 20 points on for Team Tactic, looking for the rest of them. They can't break these spawns, but they're looking to put a dent in the scoreline for this early time. Still 23 seconds to be had. Crooked sitting on this van. And he's able to find Tactic as well now. And Shatter takes down the second one. A full collapse into the cell. They break on through a big one-on-one throughout Kitchen. That's going to be Quiet coming out on top, but soon to fall. Team Crooked, they hold on to this rotation.
But, I mean, that's a good start for Tactic. It's exactly what they need right off the rip there. They're at least able to get a good amount of time there on hill number 1. Yes, you don't have the spawns for hill 2, and now Team Crooked has done an even better job of not only getting those spawns, but now holding on to and securing those spawns for this hill for the time being right now. They will continue to spawn up in the back for the side of Team Crooked. I think the problem right now is, how much do you want to invest inside of this hill if you're Team Crooked? You want to hold on to all of this time and shut this down one more time and then try to make the push across, but you also have to keep a look on for player number 1 making the big flank in from behind right now.
And Crooked finds that, tries to swap to Nero, but the FFAR is so quick, so accurate, and so agile to take that one out. Team Tactic, they're into this hill number 2. Nira on 3 in a row. Can he deal with Shatter into the backline? Slides onto him, but that Craig ready, primed to take that gunfight. So we're going to stay even into this. Still 10 seconds left of scrap time, but the rotation's going to be here. It's going to be a 3-on-1. Player number 3 is going to be backed into a corner. It's all up to Quiet to hold on, able to find the first one. Here's the collapse. They overwhelm him. And I think enough damage has been done to separate player number 5. It has.
That was contested for what, maybe 10 seconds. The rest of the time goes to Team Crooked, and they win the rotational battle over towards the next hill. This is a pinnacle start here. This hill needs to be broken from Team Tactic.
Yes, it does. Here comes through Jim. Quiet falls immediately. Nira is absolutely disintegrating players, but it's just not turning into time, and that's what you need to find here at the end of the day for Hardpoint. Andrew and Tactic, they find two. Time to hit this hill. They're going to walk right through a Semtex. Tactic is going to fall, but Andrew on this hill now. Can he take care of Crooked? He cannot, so scrap time is going to go to Crooked. The remainder 20 is going to push them over 100 points. And now you can see the rest of them, they're going to be racing over to basketball court.
Yeah, but if Team Crooked win this rotational battle, this will be 3 hills in a row now that they've won the scrap time and they've won the initial battle over at the new hill. Shatter will win the first. That's huge because it's going to just stagger this push here from the side of Team Tactic. You still have one player here if you are Team Crooked. It's Ray, and he's going to be the first player inside the hill. And actually, Strike pops up and he spawns so close to this hill as well. They do finally get pressured and pushed out from the side of Team Tactic. That's a huge break and a huge amount of stabilization that they needed.
Time to bunker down. 44 seconds. Take a look at your minimap. The white arrows, Team Crooked. Going to pounce on the prey. Ray's going to be the first one right into the contact of Tactic. Oh, bad timing for Tactic. But he is going to look to fill his teammate's shoes. Already a good start from Shrike. Picks up the FFAR. Takes out them from behind. 3 go down for Team Tactic. All up to Quiet again. From behind with Nira. Andrew alone onto the hill. He falls. So Shrike's going to break into the hill for the remainder 20. And Nira wants to take another shot at this to just keep Crooked away from that score line, but he's gonna fall from Shatter. At Courtyard, it has to be a good hill now from Team Tactic. I mean, they got a little bit over in basketball court, but I just feel like it wasn't enough.
Courtyard almost always feels like the almighty equalizer on raid. Even if you have a bad couple sets of rotations, if you get a good 60 here, you're right back in this game. You're only going to be down right around 10-15 points, but you're not wrong at all. They need at least 40 on this hill. Kind of bring themselves back in. Even if it's a 20-30 point game at the end of the first rotation, you're still in a decent set here, but a big 3-person break comes in from the side of Team Crooked. They get the spawns in their favor. They know exactly where to look for where these players might be coming out, but Stay Woke Andrew with a huge break back into the hill for himself.
Right, he's got streaks. Can he get the cruise missile? Nira behind the rock. But Tactic is going to be the contact. Shrike takes him down. There's the cruise missile. He does get traded out after, but it's already okay because you got the full arsenal of those score streaks. And the break into the hill as well from Shatter. So looking to break over that 150-point marker into the first set of rotations.
It's actually a very similar situation that we saw Team Crooked in yesterday when they were going up. I can't remember which team they were playing, but they were in this very similar situation on Raid Hardpoint itself. Not only did the other team have streaks, but they need to find a way to make their way back into this game. And the way to do it is you need to make sure you're capitalizing on hills 2 and 3 right now, because every other hill is so out wide in the open. So you need to make sure you get your time on hills 2 and 3 so that you don't allow the other team to use those streaks to shut you down on the other hills.
Look at how clean those shots are. Shatter's here to play the superstar, shining light of that AR roll for Team Crooked. And he finds another one. Can he get fourth? Another one. Oh, he can't take out Shatter, though.
It just feels like the more that Shatter has played with these guys, the more and more confident that he has become in this AR role that he's been running with this team. I wonder if he's just maybe not always in an AR, and just like the more he's played it within this AIDS tournament, the better and better he's gotten on it. They'll get the last 10 seconds of your Team Tactic, but you're still going to be down right around 60. That's still one full hard point that they need to be able to hold on to, and they still aren't in early set of rotations for this next hill.
We're going to be fighting from the back foot here. Quiet's going to go down. They're hunting for Andrew. They get him from behind. And the trades do come on board. How's that going to affect the spawn? So you can see that Team Crooked are going to be fighting from below in the pool steps. And they rotate over. Ray is on an island here, but he is A-okay. Here's the reinforcements. They have the crossfire set up for the front door. And the flood on in now from Team Tactic. Andrew's going to fall. Tactic soon after. Nira for the third one to close it off, but he is going to make a little bit of noise. Still 30 seconds left, so you want to get into this hill. Nira finally clears that player off, but there's another one to take their spot. It's going to be Andrew Crooked, and Strike clears them from behind. So this is fantastic from Team Crooked. And now Strike, he's going to make a heads-up play, and let's see if he can take down these players on rotation.
Yeah, this is absolutely a pinnacle rotation for Team Tactic here. They're going to send all 4 players. They're going to try to get a nice early setup here, because as you can see, Team Crooked has already amassed that 200-point mark. They're going to be right around 215 at the end of this, and they're going to make that full push across the map, try to get back into this, and actually all players are going to spawn up close, so they have the numbers to try to break back into this one more time.
Strike now, slides in. Oh, the shots are a little bit shaky on the Taktic, but still comes away with the kill. Can he clean out quiet from behind? He can with the shot punch, but not able to find the second one. So Team Taktic, they stay alive. Now it's time to take some map control here. Can't get past Crooked, so we're looking at an early fight back in the second wave of Crooked players. And here they come, able to find one. Andrew's off the board, soon to fall is quiet. The Flood's so good, so clean, and so clinical from this Crooked squad.
Team Tactics in such a rough spot here, because they need to make sure that they contest this, but they also need to make sure that they get the full setup over at the new hill. And even if they get the full setup, the rest of Team Crooked, they still have full set of streaks to try to break on into this game. This game has just gotten so ugly and so out of control here for this side of Team Taktic.
10 seconds left. One break would end it all. Take a look at those white arrows. If player number 1 can play spoiler from behind, that would be huge for Team Taktic, but he has to get there, and he has to get there now. But here come the shrieks. The cruise missile from Strike. 3 players go down. You can see how far out that Team Taktic are spawning. Bend that thing into that small room. Take out your teammate, for who cares, whatever you do. And the artillery strike to rain hell onto that front line as they pour on into their death. It is going to be Team Crooked running away with this hard point as they clean up the remainder players of Team Taktic. It's just a one-on-one for this Ray against Taktic. Can the captain do it? Can he keep his team in this one? He is just dancing around Ray. And they do it. I don't know how, but they've
stayed alive. I have no idea how they've stayed alive this long, through streaks, through multiple people being pushed in at them. But the bad thing is it's only 2 seconds that Team Crooked need. You literally need picture perfect COD from Team Taktic from this point on. And I just don't know if they're going to get it.
Whoa, quiet. 2 seconds left. They're going to see that Hill 5.
And they're in control of Hill 5.
Can they take down Shatter in that? They do. So far, so good. Strike through Zigzag. Andrew locking it down with his teammate Nira. You can take a look at your minimap. You can see Crooked has ring control. So many points of contact for Team Crooked to take. Here comes the Flood, though. Okay, the hill. Here comes the players. Ray clears out the last one. The 2 seconds count on through, and Team Crooked, one good break clears it out. 250 to 185 on raid hardpoint. A lot better from Team Taktic than that last series we did see. But still just not enough to find the hill or find the round.
They brought it back at the very end, but I mean, like a Thanos snap, that was just inevitable at that point. Let's be honest. It was just way too much given up way too early in the game. I think it was what it was a 120 point lead at one point to the side of Team Crooked. It was just too much. You can't give up that much time on after a first set of rotations, and then go into the second set and do literally nothing as well. I was saying it earlier on in that second set of rotations where they need to capitalize on hills 2 and 3, because the rest of them, that's when they can use the streaks, and that's when they can really start to hurt you. Streaks don't even get used to that full of a fruition. I think he goes 1 for 1 with them, kills one player, maybe pushes a few players off, but in all honesty, it kind of felt like the streaks maybe even helped Team Taktic a little bit more than it hurt them towards the end of that. But nonetheless, it still wasn't enough. Team Crooked, they just had such a big lead that it was too hard for them to be able to come back from that game.
From the streaks, you get a team kill, no matter what you do. Like you said, not enough. If you're Team Taktic, you should aim for the head. Team Crooked, they just walked away with that towards the end of it. They only needed 2 seconds, so it was a matter of time before you get back into that hill. And you clear off those last 2 takes of progression. Now, Search and Destroy is up next. And Standoff is what we saw for Team Taktic in their last series, and that was a 6-2 loss against Team Fishity. They were giving up a lot of control to the map on Standoff, and they were playing scared against their opposing enemy. Now it's time to kind of turn that around. You are turning over a new leaf. They looked better in the raid hardpoint than the past one we did see on Apocalypse in the last series. So this is a better Team Taktic than before. The only thing is they are on a 4-map loss streak for Sunday.
The thing is, for Team Taktic, have they lost full already? That's the big thing right now. You need to hit the regain button. You need to hit it quick, because this is your best chance to come back into this series against this Team Crooked team. Raid Search and Destroy and Moscow Search and Destroy, probably 2 very good chances to win maps. It's really going to come down to, can they win one of 3 and 4? That's really the big question, because we've seen it all weekend long. Team Crooked, their weakest game mode is Search and Destroy. There's no question there. They're only 3 and 4 on the mode. But man, this is a must-win map for Team Tactic.
You have to. You don't want to go into raid control against Team Crooked. Down 2. It's the exact same thing that we were saying about Checkmate. You don't want to give up these two maps early to teams in the back of the bracket. I mean, this is where teams thrive when they make it here. Fishy and Crooked both. They want to be in championship spots. They want it so bad, and you can see they're just taking it from everybody. I mean, you talked about Crooked. They're crossing names off of their list. Well, they just walked through losers bracket. It's just a day in the life of Team Crooked, and we are living that life. Now, raid, search, and destroy. If you want to see anything from Team Tactic, what kind of strategies do you have to bring out to take Crooked down?
Oh man, I mean that's a hard one with Raid because Raid I feel like is such a straight up map. It's so you need to just make sure you're winning your one-on-ones. In all honesty, I know that sounds really an individual point to make, but it's really about doing that though, because you can have a one-on-one towards the A side of the map. You can have a one-on-one towards the B side of the map. Either way, once you win that one-on-one, it just gives your team such a big advantage because then you can just stack up play numbers, push out the back of laundry, push out water, play back, and just sit up in the top of bedroom. It sounds very, very one-dimensional, but it's just all about it. When you're one-on-ones, the rest of the map will come to you.
We're looking for a change, but the teams are calling for a break, so we're going to toss it to a little bit of a short intermission, and when we come back, map number 2, Search and Destroy, we're going to see can Team Tactic bounce back, so stay tuned for some more CCL. Apologies for the technical difficulties, everybody. We're here now. We're here with Team Crooked and Team Tactic heading into Raid, Search, and Destroy. Team Tactic looking to bounce back, but Crooked looking to pick up where they left off. Already the first 2 kills off the board. Make it a third one. All alone's player number 8, Andrew, and he is caught in no man's land.
That was a fast round. Everybody just goes head on at this A site, and it just does not work out for the favor. And I mean, it's got to be on Crooked once again. This guy's been unreal all weekend long. He finds that opening first kill. He's able to swing around wide for the second as well. Sorry, his teammate picks up the second. He does find the final one onto Andrew, though. But still, honestly, just he's been so good on this map. Any mode, just finding those openings, finding those quick little things that he needs to do. And then speaking of good on this map as well, his teammate and his submachine gun duo on this team in Strike. I mean, Crooked's just continuing his winning ways from Concord Maroon. This guy, he's just unreal.
Strike finds 2, Crooked finds 2, and Ray opens up with first blood into the next round on their defense. Look at Crooked. He's already in the back line. He takes down Crooked. Nobody knows where this guy's gonna be. But they are striking on down. 1 player left now, Nira, and they are speed running these rounds through Team Tactic. He's
look where that bomb is.
Yeah, he's at the B side. The bomb's on the other side, and I mean, what do you do here?
I mean, if he can find one, it will make this a lot easier. But he needs to find one before he tries to get this bomb down, or even pick this bomb up, I should say. See what he decides to do. If he keeps going this way, he's going to run into the path of Ray at some point throughout this round. Ray spots him out, but he will find the kills onto Ray.
I don't think you earned that.
I think he was predicting a second player coming around.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna roll with. But the rest of the players on Team Crooked, they're gonna gang up now, try to find him, hunt him down. And you know what? Maybe there's some team shots coming in there after as well. So you know what? Maybe it wasn't just body shots. I don't know.
I love it. Give me the bad blood. Give me the bad blood. That is gonna make this so fun to see who's gonna come out on top. With
Okay,
this one.
watching that back, I don't. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right.
I love to see it here. That's what we want to see. Let them know. Give them the passion. Show them how much you want this series. As Crooked 4-0 to start off the Search and Destroy. Strike 3-0. Have to double back to pick up that bomb, but it looks like they're going right back to the A side 2-on-2 now for the setup for Team Tactic. They're looking to flood through Zigzag, it looks like, but Crooked's here waiting, and he has backup as well. The player Strike coming through that pool. Steps is going to fall to Nira. And nobody tries to trade it out, so they are just going to concede that one.
It's a smart play, to be honest, because Andrew was right there watching over. If you peek in and swing out wide through the middle of Zig there, you just get dropped. So the bomb will be making its way with Ray up towards this A site. And, I mean, it's pretty open right now. There's really only 1 player here. Crooked's got full laundry control as well, but he drops to quiet, so that's huge for the side of Team Tactic. This should be a round they win here.
It should be. And Ray goes down, all up. Player number 2, Shatter, is able to find one before going down. Quiet's the next one up to the chopping block, but he's going to win the gunfight. So 2-1. Taktic put themselves on the board. A big bounce back round in round number 3. And it's not just that. They stopped the bleeding from the shrieks that Strike and Crooked were going for. So on top of all, I mean, that is a huge round. If that was out of hand, if Crooked found that round, that might have decided the whole map if they got their shrieks.
Yeah, honestly, if they get streaks there and they go up 3-0, I mean, you got to think that that would have been a terrible situation for Team Taktic to be able to fight back from. But they do win the round. They shut down both sets of streaks. Absolutely huge round there from themselves. And now back on offense, they look to be wanting to go back over towards this A site. That stun's going to completely slow down Crooked, not going to allow him to get back through the same way they saw him get through the last time. And Nira finds first blood as well over towards this A site. But I mean, just look how aggressive Team Crooked is playing their defenses.
And this time around, you put Quiet inside Art. It's giving Crooked this opposition to get on in, but he still wants to make this a tough hold. Bomb gets planted 40 seconds against Team Crooked to make this retake. 2 players going to be pushing in through that laundry side. They already take care of Nira, so evens us up 3-on-3. And Crooked, if he finds Quiet, that is going to be even better. In Boulevard, Quiet, poor timing. Oh, he has no idea. Nice wake-up call there from Crooked, and now it's time to strike here. Inside this laundry setup. Andrew's in the ring. Taktic inside laundry. A shot punch 1v3. All up to Andrew. Now 15 seconds to go. They're hunting him down. And Andrew, what can you do? Shatter's going to be on there. He tries to take the player off the bomb, but he can't even get there in time. So that's going to be a 3rd round on for Team Crooked. A big one as well, considering they were down a player like the whole time.
Yeah, down 3v4 and still pull the round out on defense. Huge round there. It's all opened up with Strike right here, too. The shot punch with the Krieg up top. And then he finds the last kill as well onto Andrew here. Just, I mean, unreal stuff. You really shouldn't be able to come back from down 3-4 with bomb down, but they do it anyways. The beautiful comeback there once again from the side of Team Crooked. And now we'll see what they do here. Back on offense again for themselves here. But the way that they're just playing their defenses, man, they're so aggressive. They push like all the way through. They just they find a way to consistently shut down this Team Taktic team over and over again. And once again, the A bomb site is going to be the favorite site here from the side of Team Crooked.
They want it. They want to take it as well. A lot of mid-map control, and Nira is going to find Strike. So again, first blood to Team Taktic. Need to convert this into a round win, though, with that player advantage. And they are set up with the buddy system, 2-on-2, or 2 for 2, in the middle of the map and towards laundry. Crooked's going to have a hard time getting this down, and even harder now that Shatter's not there. So here comes the flood. Nira is going to find Crooked. 1v4. Ray's all alone here, and they know exactly where he is. He is able to make this interesting. Can he find a third? Oh my god, Ray! No way! Taktic's up next. He gets the shot. Oh, but he's not able to find that. He felt it, though. He wanted it, and there's no way that they can give this one up. He's going to make the wraparound through Kitchen to get in behind. He doesn't have the bomb in hand, so he has to go back there. Taktic has no idea. Taktic has no idea.
Oh,
Ray,
the trigger
though.
discipline. Guys, come on.
Oh, this is so far away. Taktic has to play this so properly. Is going to get the initial shots in. Down to 7 health. 15 seconds to work with. This is for the ace. This is for the clutch. And Taktic turns his back. Crooked's team. Wow, what was that, Ray?
Well, we get to see it again right here. He finds the first onto Nira. Perfectly predicts the second onto Quiet up in the corner, and then the quick turn and burn onto Stay Woke Andrew. And he almost just slid around and predicted the 4th onto Taktic as well. Wild, wild stuff to make it away with his life there.
He was on 7 HP
And then
cruise.
the rest of the fights were just even more insane there at the very end, in that one-on-one right at the very end there. Unreal stuff. Those are just rounds you can't lose as Team Taktic. A 1v4 for the ace.
Taktic just had to back up in the ring. He just had to play his life and play close with the SMG, but unfortunate. That is going to frustrate you if you're Team Taktic. And Shatter opens up with first blood. Immediate trade from Andrew is going to leave us even. He needs to get this bomb down, and they've waited long enough. Now's you see the rotation coming up for Team Crooked. They're looking to jump.
They're ready to pounce
Through this. Strike is set up to take this down. They have yet to get this bomb down, and it's giving them so much time to rotate if you're Team Crooked, but here we go. Strike and Crooked, they get 2. Taktic's all alone. 46 seconds to work with. And the bomb is down too. So Strike should know that now that he sees the player is down next to it. He's going to run away. He's just going to set up for information. And player number 1, Crooked, he's checking in case the rotation comes through mid, but it's not going to happen for Taktic. 27 seconds. You got to get to this bomb, recover it, plant it, and take down both players as well.
I thought they got the bomb down, but they pounced just in the nick of time if you're Team Crooked, and it might just happen again here. Strike will spot him out, but Taktic with some beautiful shots downrange. It's just not enough. The submachine gun duo's there. Crooked finds the final. 5-1 Team Crooked.
If you get Strike, Crooked gets you. If you get Crooked, Strike gets you. It's tough. I'm surprised that Strike didn't shoot him while he was planting the bomb, but I think the stretch was just far enough that he was tucked away behind that corner. So that's 5 rounds now for Team Crooked. So the one of Team Taktic looking as good as ever here. Going up 2-0 would be huge for Team Crooked. And if you're Team Taktic, you do not want to draw 5 maps in a row here. They're going to rush to the middle of the map. You get a trade from both sides. Nero looking to stay alive. And he does. Numbers now to Team Taktic.
But these aren't the two guys you want to be going up against right now. 8-2 for Crooked, 6-3 for Strike. I mean, if they're able to find a way to get this bomb down over at B and play up in that top bedroom, they still have every chance in the world to be able to win this round. And Crooked's actually going to choose to get aggressive. He might actually catch this player in quiet off guard. He absolutely does catch one, and Strike's right here if he needs to be able to help as well.
Oh no!
It's all falling apart.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay, 1v1. Crooked hunting him down from behind. He's going to be ready for the jungle push. He is. Oh, the shots aren't there. Crooked finishes it out. Another clutch for Team Crooked to go up 2-0 in the series. A 6-1 victory on Raid. As dominant as ever. A statement has been made today. Wow. Man.
Is that the same Crooked that we saw play yesterday?
Yeah.
These guys couldn't win a search. And now we've seen 2 dominant search and destroys for them today. Back to back.
They want it. They want it more than ever, Raid now. And I have to say, Ray, that he got that clutch.
I'm sorry, I need to make I need to correct myself. They did lose that search in the first series today to Bennett, but they won the one on Miami yesterday very dominantly, and then the one today on that Raid, just unbelievable
They
stuff.
smoked him. They smoked him.
Said.
It says 6-2 up there, but that was 6-1. That was absolutely nasty. I don't know what they were on point right there. They had a long break to discuss things, to run things over, get a little bit of strategy under them, and they knew they wanted to put Team Taktic even deeper into the blender. And I mean, you're going into Raid with what? You're going into Raid with what out of Team Taktic? I don't know what to say for this team. They need to turn it around. They need to turn it around now.
I think Bennett had it the right way. You got to ban Raid against this Team Crooked team. They are too good at this Raid map. I'll take fighting them on any other map. Take my chances. But Raid, they're too much. The submachine gun duo can just take over way too easily on this map. We've seen them get shut down on Raid Search and Destroy before. Doesn't happen today. They take over the map. They absolutely run through it once again. Now we look towards one more Raid, 3 in a row. And will this be a third win in a row for Crooked and a 6th loss in a row for Taktic here? I just don't see any way that they can win this. I just don't.
Taktic, if you take the Raid, then you have Garrison to worry about. And if you're talking about playgrounds for SMG duos, well, Garrison is like the best you can get out of all that. Even more than Raid, I feel. So things don't get easier after this for the side of Team Taktic. It's a grueling reverse sweep you have to go through now. If you want that payday of $300, it's time to show up. I mean, your championship Sunday run hasn't been good at all. You're 0-5 on the day. You've made it this far, and you're just dipping down. The stocks could never be lower.
Hey, if Minnesota can come back down from 0-4, anything is possible. So I don't want to completely count them out. I don't know. I don't see how they do it, but I'm not going to count them out. I think that there's a chance if they get to a Moscow Search and Destroy, they can win this. But they have to get there, and that's the hard part.
Was the famous words of Major Maniac? It's never chalked. It's never chalked out of here. So I mean, if there's some time to show up, it would be this map right here. And into round 1, I would like to see a big round win for the side of Team Tactic. What will lead them to this round win?
They got to shut down Crooked and Strike, especially on raid. It's really what it comes down to. You need to make sure you're keeping those two players at bay. If you're not, they're just going to run through you. And we've seen it happen time and time again on this map. And I know we've been going over it all weekend, but we've watched a lot of Team Crooked this weekend. And there's a reason for that. They've made this incredible losers bracket run one map away from making it to the grand finals.
One more time. One more time. To run it back on raid. And to make it into the grand. How good of a run? Let's take a. I want to take a look at the back of that bracket. Let's just see. Let's just see how Team Crooked did into the rest of it. We don't even have to describe it really or look at it if we want to. I mean, if we look at this bracket, it's just gonna say that Team Crooked have made the run of a lifetime. Never before in CCL history. In any CCL, I'm pretty sure, have we seen a loser's bracket run like this, Cruz? So if they can complete it, if they can make it go the distance, this is not just a beautiful run. This is history.
It absolutely is history. I mean, how often do you see a team drop winners round one, go to losers, and rattle off 6 losers bracket matches in a row to make it to the grand finals? Now, I don't want to count out Team Tactic yet, but if Team Crooked do make it to this grand finals, my only question is one, will they run out of gas? That's my first question. And 2, is Team Fishity even going to be able to really respond to this Team Crooked team? Because think about this. They have played double the matches of Team Fishity. That's way more practice with this squad together as well.
I mean, does Team Crooked even run on gas? I feel like they just run on pure passion at this point, pure revenge in their bloodstream. I don't know. I mean, that's a good point to bring up, though. Is will they have what it takes to keep going after this? Because they've been through a lot. But I think if they made it this far, I feel like they're in such a great form.
It is one of those classic situations where sometimes it does happen, though, where they do end up running out of gas. But I'm right there with you. I don't see it happen. I think for sure they're going to be able to make this run. But again, I feel so bad because we're talking like Tactics out of it, and they're just not. They're not out of it yet. They've had a rough day so far. But if they can win a raid control here, I mean, it's the swing mode for a reason. You can always come back in a series. It just starts with one map. They got to get a little bit of momentum underneath their feet. Bring this game back for themselves here.
Well, in the CCL Summer 8s, powered by eFuse, raid control is going to be the decider for Team Crooked. Can they 3-0 Team Tactic and move on into the grand finals? Or will Team Tactic finally show us a little bit of life? I'm excited to hop into this. We have been having a little bit of lobby issue, but it does sound like the player is ready to go into this. So as soon as we hop into raid, we will get through this. Map number 3. And I mean, it all starts, like you said, with shutting down Crooked, shutting down Strike, getting those SMGs to feel a little bit uncomfortable because they are, I mean, what did you say yesterday? They're peacocks and they're flying right now.
I said, what did I say yesterday? I said Crooked's a peacock, and you got to let him fly.
Yeah, they're flying.
He absolutely is flying right now, but we'll see what happens as they look to load back into this game. It sounds like we're finally getting into it. I'm gonna hit you with your famous question, Colin. What's your prediction?
It's my prediction. I don't know. I will.
Can you bet against Team Crooked right now?
I will say I don't think Team Tactic has what it takes. I know I don't want. I'm not even taking favorites here. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing a game 5, but I haven't seen a single thing in the books of Team Tactic that has shown they have what it takes to take down Team Crooked on raid.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
How do you fight that? Like, it is just absolute pandemonium right now. Team Crooked and Crooked himself, he is just on one right now. There he goes again on a 3 spree to start this game off. This is where they get so dangerous. They have not dropped a life yet. Crooked finally going to be the first one to fall. This might open up a little bit of middle map to try to get out, but here's the submachine gun duo and Strike. He's got an AR off the rip here. Might have just picked one up, but he still used it to good advantage, I'm sure.
Look at the line of scrimmage that was set up for Team Crooked off the start of that. I mean, they had about 75% of that map under their control. And Team Tactic are grasping at straws just to break out. They finally have a little bit of progression through the middle of the map. You see player number 3, Andrew, is in behind, looking to flank on Ray. They get onto the A site. They stop the clock at 42 seconds, and now they're working on that. They clear out Ray, and now it's time to stack here. First segment gone. Does Team Crooked even fight this at this point?
No,
I mean,
I think you just leave it. You've got a man advantage right now. You just need to kind of play this one back, but it doesn't look like they want to give it up yet. It looks like they're going to try to play for exits and at least pinch these players on out. Yeah, they sent 3 guys to try to shut this push down. They do get the tick. Crooked can't find the last one either, but it's still just the fact that they're able to get all those exits there. Look at the life advantage again now. 5 life lead back to the way of Team Crooked. They've got them pinned back in their spawn. Ray's pushing up to being a nuisance in the spawn. This is just not a great spot.
it is a field day for Ray and Shatter in the spawns. I mean, they are, as soon as they get into those angles, they are so hard to take down. 13 lives to 21. Shatter finds another 2. And that is just going to stagger out this attack even longer. And 1 minute left to get to the B site. Oh, and Andrew falls to Ray. You go right back into zigzag. Crooked finds another one. Here's the call for Strike to set up the crossfire. Player number 2 snuck in behind Nira. So if anybody's going to make a difference, they have to wait for him to get in behind and find them. Andrew comes out from the side, is able to find one, but still waiting on Nira to make a move out here. They finally clear out the middle of the map. If you can pick up player number 6 into Tiki, Nira does that. Now's the time to hop onto it, to stack the B site. And you can look at the spawns from Team Crooked all the way back Laundry. They have to get the pedal to the metal, get onto this. And it's going to be hard because Andrew's set up for the flank. He's watching it out. You still got a player on there. That is Andrew looking to collect this time. 1 tick is gone, but here comes the collapse now from Team Crooked. And Shrike clears out Andrew again. It's just looking rough for the squad. 27 seconds. Nira has to get on to stop this clock, and they're struggling even to get anything going. 5 lives to 11. You can just play trades, really, if you are Team Crooked, and maybe a last chance.
Yeah, it really feels like once they had those 6 players left, that it was kind of do or die at that situation. You kind of needed to get a wipe and get onto the hill. Otherwise, this round was going to just be so tough. They still have a chance. They've got 3 players. They can try to hop on and stack the hill. And with that 2-piece from Nira, it's actually going to spawn a bunch of them out. So, I mean, just a 2v2, this is probably going to be for the round. And Crooked comes out on top.
Potentially. We might have seen Team Tactic get the objective there, but once again, you play the trades, get onto that hill, and you just clear them out. It was a good attacking round from the side of Team Tactic in the fact that they were able to clear out A clean after being spawn trapped, and
it was kind of just too many lives
quickly
at the start.
Yeah, and you know what though, like in their end, I think that was a mistake from the side of Team Crooked. I feel like that's the risk of the reward of pushing into the spawn, is that if you get wiped, it's going to give so much opportunity to Team Tactic.
Yeah, they don't care right now though. They're just flying at them. They really don't. They are just flying at them. They have so much confidence in the fact that they can win almost any gunfight against this team in any situation. It really does feel like, and again, it's gonna be Crooked for this player. If he got back around that corner, I don't even know, but he doesn't. That's a 4 down for the side of Team Tactic. This is the best that they've looked off a break on any round of any mode so far today.
Doesn't get any better than that. Maybe look at the rotation now through mid. Tactic's ready for the cross. And he finds 2 as well. Strike does make a little bit of a difference here and breaks on through, but not for long. The stagger is there, and Nira has full streaks. I didn't even see this come out. But yeah, he must have picked it up last round. This is only on 3 speed right now, but on 4. I mean, if you're going to double up on streaks, you might want to see him use this. That's 5 in a row. I mean, yeah. You get 6 here? Oh, if he got 6 there, I might have backed into a corner and used a shriek, but Crooked takes him down, and that's just something to look at. Those streaks are going to be so good for the rest of the game.
I mean, but while all that's happening, Ray was actually on the point. He's got to take a progression over into this B site right now. So it's going to force a couple of the blue arrows to have to turn around, go over towards B, shut him down, which then leads to this A site opening up. They can hop into it, stop the clock at the very least. And yeah, with that spawn coming in, I'm sure they're going to 2-stack this and try to get an extra minute on the clock now.
We're going second segment. Shatter alone. Doesn't even shoot at him. He accepts his death. But A-site, while all that's happening, it is going to be gone. Minute 41 onto the clock. Life lead, and here comes the Shrieks looking to stagger out the snowball. So nothing's going to come out of that A tick or A capture. And I like that usage of the Shrieks.
I'm kind of torn on it. I do like it as well because it does completely stagger them, and you want to win a round right now. You don't want to like leave anything up to chance. But I feel like they maybe could have won this one without using them. But you know what? If it means getting a round under your name and getting a little bit of momentum towards yourself here, all the power to you right now. But if they
something
lose this
going.
round now, after investing the streak at that point in time, that's really going to hurt them.
Well, if you lose the round when you're up 14-8 for lives, I think power to Team Crooked. They deserve it, but you can see Crooked's on 3. You're looking at this collapse into Kitchen. Excellent crossfire from Taktic and Quiet looking for more, though. Here comes Strike and Crooked, the SMG duo, to break through money. Andrew's next up, but he is going to stop him. Finally, somebody is going toe-to-toe with Andrew Crooked here in this game, but the break's still going. They're on B. Shatter stops the clock at 39 seconds. Not lives have been nullified now to only a 4-life lead. You are getting the sack as well from 2 players. Crooked's here in the corner. Nair's able to find him, and he's going to play his life. He's going to wait to get into the second one, wait for a teammate. Taktic clears him out. 1 person left. It's up to Strike, and they hunt him down, and they find a round win. So the streaks, they're going to be used into that one. Only one, the cruise missile, off the board for Team Taktic, but it's used for a round win, so a little bit of power.
Absolutely needed. Their offense looked much better than the side of Crooked's did, so honestly, a very much so needed round there from the side of Team Taktic. Now we'll see what they decide to do back on offense here. And I mean, that first time through, just felt like they can never find the full break onto the Beast site. If they can find a way to do that early on in a round, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. They're going to go towards A off the rip once again. And I mean, they can't get put into that spawn trap as quickly as they did in the last round and lose so many lives again.
Ray's waiting for the team to come through, but all angles are checked from Team Taktic. And Andrew's making the extension around the OE to get Ray in from behind. They're stacking up on A, working on the second segment. Andrew can find Crooked, that'd be huge, but maybe the collapse here now that only 1 player is there. It's a slow capture for Taktic. Strike's gonna be on here for the contention. Luckily, you got the Guardian Angel of Quiet. And Taktic's gonna finally get the second one onto A. And trying to work their magic here. Calls for the reinforcements. Crooked's looking to play spoiler. Jumps on down, but it is gonna be Strike that takes him off there. They're just going blow for blow right now over at A. It's almost gonna get captured, but finally Strike is able to decapture it.
A lot of these players are really just kind of staggered right now for the side of Team Crooked on this defense here. They're just kind of, once again, trying to just run and get into the face of them, but it's not really working as well in this round here. The lives are even. You've got given up 2 ticks over at A. They're going to try to stack this hill once again, but there are still 2 players here from the side of Team Crooked, so I mean, if Shatter can go huge, he can shut this down again, but it's looking like the A zone should be able to finish off here.
And there it goes. Minute 50 now. Small life lead, only 1. Pretty much no life lead. The crossfire set up inside Kitchen for when this push does come through. Quiet and Taktic right into the mix. Crooked waiting on the side, and he only finds 1. Strike actually hops out there, so no crossfire. Indeed, still hops back in to find Strike. 3 go down. Now it's time to take a little bit of control of that. You can see player number 6, Ray, inside bedroom. He's going to push them back. Was that artillery strike that got called?
I don't know. It sounded like it.
I thought it did, but I don't think so. Ray's on 6. Get those streaks, bud. You earned it. 6 in a row playing for 7. But he does not peek into it at all. Oh, he does the damage, but he falls before getting the streak. 7 life lead for Team Crooked. And Shadow's looking to find more. He's not, though. Nice from Andrew.
It's like this entire round just got flipped on its head, though. Taktic was in such a good place. They had the lives. They had so much time to be able to get onto this site, and now you're back down another 5 life lead for the side of Team Crooked. It was Ray this time who just went on the spree to really start to open everything up, run through this team. It's just been so unfortunate. If we could hop back on with Nira for a second, just to kind of see if he got those streaks. So he does still have that artillery, so he hasn't invested it yet. And you got to think, with only having 6 lives left, like this is a round where you now just can't even invest that streak.
This is all but over for Team Crooked. They're looking for a second round here, and they are in such a good position to find it. No respawns for Team Taktic. Last chance to hop onto the site. It has to be clean break as well. You find Crooked, you take down Ray. If you can find the third one onto Strike, you can stack the site. Quiet's going to play spoiler for the rest of them. You do have a player sneaking into basketball court, but you are locking down that first take. Shatter caught with a nade. Are they going to do it? No way at all. Crooked finds 1. The trade comes through. Second take inbound. Here comes some Strike from on top the ropes. He hops down and he clears them off. 2 rounds for Team Crooked.
Whoa, he got a little scary there.
Boy, it did.
Absolutely got a little bit scary here. We'll get to see the six-piece, or not the six-piece, the six spree again from Ray here. This was right before he ended up falling. He finds a few, constantly just repositioning himself. This is such a smart way to play this one spot of the map, because they just never know where to look to find you. And that's where he found his 6th in a row. Unfortunately, didn't find Streaks. Streaks probably could have iced this game for the likes of Team Crooked at that point. Just for the fact that they're going into an offense here, but now they need to. I think the big thing here is they need to have a big break off, so they force the streak out early from Nira if you're Team Crooked.
It's like Crooked looking for force their way onto the B side. Andrew's gonna be sitting on pool steps. Nira's just gotta play for his teammate there, and there you go, Andrew on those pool steps, able to find one. Can he take a second one? Crooked's gonna force the gunfight. And they are going to trade even off of this break. 2 for 2. They still want B, though. Shatter and Crooked, they find 2 in here. If you can take down Nero, you got to stack that site. Get on there.
Oh, my God. Crooked, he gets on with the smallest amount of HP, and he's still going to challenge these gunfights. And he wins it out, too. Absolutely unreal stuff from Crooked right now. On 5 in a row, he's looking to find himself some streaks. Progress going into A and into B. So now if you're Tactic, you need to make a choice. You need to just select one side and go for it at this point.
Oh, I mean, unless they can break here. Tactic checks the wrong corner. Crooked's going to catch him from behind. And the shrieks from Nira are going to be invested. Keeps them at 1 tick to A, 1 tick to B. And for now, they withstand the blow, but the spawns are going to come up to A. They are going to stack it. Crooked and player number 8 there, Shatter.
And Crooked found streaks as well. He found an artillery strike at the very least. So if they do get this A zone, finding B might just be that much easier because they can use the streak to open up that entire site, or at least even get information to let them know where these players are to try to open this one up for themselves here. I don't know which Guardian Angel he just had watching over him, but I think it was Shatter who just found that final kill. But now here we go. This is where the big thing is. They force the streak out early. They have the 3 life advantage. It's the perfect time to try to push through and try to get onto this next hill.
This is it for Team Tactic. This is your last stance into this round to stay alive in this control and in the series. And in the tournament too. Nira looking to get aggressive here. You do have a player inside the bedroom. They clear out Shatter from pool steps, but take a look at the minimap. Players 7, players 5. That's Crooked and Strike, the SMG duo. Looking to make the big wrap around. How awkward is that for Andrew? But he's going to come out with the kill. And the flank amounts to nothing now that Crooked is going to be down to Tactic. Strike is alone in the back, unaware, but I mean, Andrew's doing the heads-up play, and he's pushing into the spawn. You don't account for Shatter, who has snuck through. But they've dealt with the problem.
Yeah, Andrew brought them right back into this game. It was like a 4-life lead, and Andrew goes on that huge 5 spree there, and he's already back 6 in a row. He still has yet to die in this round, or on the spree. And he can't find the streaks. That would have been massive.
9 to 6 in the lives. 36 seconds left. Players off spawn. Ray finds a second one into that. Blowing back into the life lead. We're even. Maybe streaks from Crooked if they can get onto the site. But Andrew off spawn is going to walk right into the gun site of Crooked. He takes down 2 lives. Even 4 on 4. No respawns at all. And they're staying just pound for pound into this one. Blow for blow. 11 seconds left. They got to hop onto the hill. And they have to stop the bleeding of time. 6.4 seconds is where we're going to stay. And here comes Andrew, the saving grace of the team. Can he find the second? He cannot.
What just happened?
What?
I don't even think we're going to get to see it at the very end here, but Team Crooked pull off the win. They are advancing to the grand finals. You got to think that, while that one gunfight was happening, there was a 1v2 that happened on the opposite side of the map from Crooked to win the game out for themselves there. I'm right there with you.
Who was on the hill?
The timer didn't run out. That's not what happened. It was the kills that came through for sure.
The kills.
The kills definitely came through because it was a 3v3.
I was looking at Andrew. I was looking at the trade. I knew there was a flank coming off of the spawns, but what a way to win that. I render me clueless, but 3-0 sweep for Team Crooked. They're going to the grand finals, everyone. Congratulations to them. Their dream run keeps on going. They're looking to make history in the
I'm trying to
CCL.
watch over here to see what happened. We're on a minute and a half delay. I gotta see what happened at the end of this one.
Well,
Absolutely wild stuff. Oh my god.
well, you take a look at that. Let's throw it to the bracket. Let's take a look at what we are going to be seeing here. Say goodbye to Team Tactic. They are going to walk away with $100 out of the CCL Summer 8s powered by eFuse. And Team Crooked are going to punch their ticket over to Team Fishity for a chance to take the title of champion here in the College COD Summer 8s. But this is going to be a tough one. Both teams into the day have had great runs so far. Team Fishity haven't dropped a map yet on Sunday. Granted, they've only played one series, but across 2 series, Team Crooked, they've gone 6-1, so they're looking as good as ever, Cruz.
I've got our answer, Colin. So it was a flank from the back from the man himself, Crooked. He pushed in through the back, and he actually ended up finding. They actually found one before that 1v2 happened on the opposite side, where we thought that Andrew had the chance to make that 1v2 and get those 2 kills. If he finds those 2, he would have been able to open it up, and it would have been actually a 1v1 between him and Crooked at the very end. But Crooked found the other 2 once they find that kill on Andrew. It closes out the round. Just a crazy finish to that game there. And I mean, it's just one of those situations where we kind of get caught tunnel visioning the flank there.
Give it up to Team Tactic into that last round, though. I mean, they were on the cusp of victory, that whole control. And they were really trying to bring it back against Team Crooked, just one step behind this squad. As the championship run keeps on going, Josh, Catalyst, Plasma, Beastin, Venet, and Tactic, cross them off the list for Team Crooked, because Fishity's up next. Wow, what a run are we seeing? Let's bring this one on back, though, Cruz, because our grand finals are up next, and this is looking like the greatest matchup of the series. I mean, Team Fishy, they've looked dominant. They haven't dropped a series yet. They've only dropped
Crooked, though.
one map, but Crooked just looks like a force that cannot be stopped.
I'm right there with you, man. I am 100% right there with you. This is about to be an insane finish. I don't think even if we get this matchup yesterday, I don't think it would have gone the same way as it's about to go today, because Team Crooked has just so much momentum and so much unison on their hand with how much they've gotten to play together. How many matches have they played? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be their 8th match of the tournament. Unreal stuff. And I mean, if they can win this would have to be the greatest losers bracket run in CCL history.
Well, folks, the 2 teams up above, they've guaranteed themselves $300 here into the tournament, but only one's going to walk away with $600. We're going to cut to a break, get them set up, and when we come back, we will get the epic finale of the CCL Summer 8s tournament powered by eFuse.